We're going to do this together. So welcome to the TD Jakes Show. Direction often comes out of disruption. You got the baby, you got your husband. Everything that matters is in your hand.
Thank you so much for speaking with the LA Sentinel this morning.
Glad
Congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
How do you trust that opportunities will come back around? Because I think in our 20s, we're like, if we pass up on a job, we're like, oh God, it'll never come back to me. So how do you trust and believe that, God may give you an idea 5 years ago that you have to wait for an appointed time for it to come to fruition?
The first thing is I had built a strong brand before I ever started the discussion. And I think it's important that when you have something that you are bringing to the table that you are sure it has a value, that you don't diminish yourself just so that you can have an opportunity. It is better to wait for something that respects you than to go in so low that it diminishes what you've worked for. Now, it's different when you're starting out new and you've never done it before. You got to get in where you fit in and hope for the best. But I have certain standards for myself. And if something drops beneath a certain standard, I don't invest time where I'm not respected in my brand and what I have to offer is not appreciated. Or if the opportunity doesn't fit who I am authentically at my core. I don't think you ought to shoot at every opportunity that passes by. And the other thing I want to say to you too is you don't wait for it to happen again. You make it happen again. You got to get out there and make it happen. You got to knock on doors. You cannot keep your dreams a secret. You have to put them out there on display and have people say whatever they want to, but keep on pointing your actions toward your dreams.
How are you reaching people differently, especially millennials, who are like, I see you on Sunday. I don't want to see my uncle, daddy, granddaddy in my head, preach to me on a TV show, So how do you kind of...
One, I'm not preaching on a TV show.
But how do you let people know if they just, see that you have a television show? How do you kind of engage with a younger... how are you reaching people differently with this show, but still teaching?
The funny thing about it is it has not been that different for me. The subjects are broader. My church is 50% millennials. I don't really know why, but there's some connectivity between me and millennials. I kind of get them.
Because you dress fly. We're clearly in sync, so.
Cool. But I kind of get them. I think in part, I started my ministry when I was 19. I was pastoring when I was 22. I got married at 24. So I was building as a young person. So that building and youth and that dream and that fight and that tenacity is still there. I just did a show with millennials and it was amazing because their approach is different. The times are different. But I understand some of the synergy that goes along to it. And for some reason, there is a connectivity between your generation and my ministry and who I am as a person.
Was that a conscious choice of yours to make sure that your staff was diverse? Because I think oftentimes, I'm sure Oscar's so white, that there's no shortage of African Americans fighting for opportunities to tell our stories. So were you cognizant of staffing, your production with people of color?
No, this was what I was looking for, excellence. In any color or any gender it comes in. And some of my top people are African American, but not all of them. Our staff is equally diverse with all types of really, really gifted people. The thing that binds us together is our commonality of dream and not our skin tone. As the old African American adage has well said, everybody's skin to me ain't kin to me.
Amen.
So you cannot exclusively make that the criteria of your job selection and say that's right when it's black and discrimination when it's white. The standard is the standard. And whoever walks in that door at the time I need a person in that slot who can do that job with excellence and understands my vision, if they can fulfill it, they got the job. Young, old, black, white, male, female.
Confidence can be so up and down, I think, because we're exposed to so many other people's lives. Like, you can't just say log out of social media, it's ingrained in us. It's impossible to log out and not know what other people are doing. So if you see, whether it's reality shows or there's people who don't look like you who are becoming more successful, how do you have confidence within yourself, in your complexion, in your hair, to know that, and not question how God made you?
First of all, I think that we pay far too much attention to externals. If you are gifted enough, nappy-headed, gap-toothed, bow-legged, acne face, I don't care what it is, greatness will shine through anything. Anything. Don't be trying to change the package more than you change the product. Because I don't care how fancy you wrap trash up in, it's still trash. And I don't care how cheap the box is you put a diamond ring in. Nothing about the box diminishes the value of the content. Put the greatest emphasis on what's in you, your knowledge, your wisdom, your inner strength, your character, your tenacity. And people will look through the box and always walk away with the product. Nobody keeps the container. They always keep the product.
Whew, that is a phenomenal way to end. Thank you so much for your time.
Real
I so
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you for the interview.
Congratulations on the
Success.
season.
Thank you.
Thank you.